Roach didn't back down.
At all. At all. And did you see the size difference in the ring? Obviously, Roach being the bigger man, but
Roach came up. Roach normally fights at 130. He came up to 135.
Hopefully, after I win, I can defend both. I want to unify, or, if we do a rematch, then we could do that.
Everybody's trying to protect that O. Ain't nobody want to take no chances. Because they feel now if I take a chance, I lose. Ocho, my career. Bro, stop it.
ESPN analysts didn't hold back when criticizing Gervonta "Tank" Davis for rejecting a rematch with Lamont Roach. Fans were eager to see Davis step back in the ring and prove himself, but now some are questioning if he's avoiding a real challenge. Stephen A. Smith and Shannon Sharp called him out, saying he's not acting like a true champion. With the boxing world buzzing and fans demanding answers, Davis is under pressure. Did he just walk away from a fight that could have cemented his legacy?
I just so happen to be a boxing fan that the fact that I do watch him fight, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really like boxing.
Are you open to immediate rematch?
In my contract, immediate rematch was signed. I signed for the immediate rematch when I signed for the first fight.
Right.
Just in case he lost or just in case it was a draw.
So when you got a rematch clause, how long we taking?
It's up to the A side and when they want to fight. So I'm thinking it's going to be soon. I'm hoping it's going to be soon. Let's say that.
What is soon to you? When you say soon to me, I'm thinking a month.
I'm thinking July.
I'm thinking July for sure.
The fight between Gervonta "Tank" Davis and Lamont Roach had fans expecting a dominant performance from Davis, but things didn't go as planned. Roach put up a much tougher fight than expected, pushing Davis throughout the bout. The most shocking moment came in the 9th round when Davis unexpectedly took a knee. He later blamed it on hair grease getting into his eyes and affecting his vision, a claim that sparked debate and skepticism. The referee didn't count it as a knockdown, a decision that remains controversial. ESPN analysts didn't hold back in their criticism, questioning Davis's explanation and raising concerns about his focus and preparation. Stephen A. Smith pointed out that in boxing, distractions can be costly, and true champions must be mentally and physically ready. Max Kellerman added that the incident raises serious questions about Davis's training and attention to detail.
I gotta stand down and give mad respect to Lamont Roach. Brother fought one hell of a fight. This was a damn close fight. Gervonta taking a knee should have been a knockdown. Either way, Roach has skills, fought his ass off, deserves nothing but respect. He earned the boxing world's attention tonight. He has mine. Thought he'd be too small. I was wrong.
Sports analyst Stephen A. Smith raised concerns about Lamont Roach's size disadvantage against Gervonta "Tank" Davis. I think Roach is too small. That's my issue. I'm not questioning his skill set, Smith explained. Other boxing experts echoed this view, including former interim WBC lightweight champion Ryan Garcia, who said, "I don't think Roach has the firepower to hold off Tank. He's got great skills, but realistically, he has no chance."
Give you my picks on 3 fights taking place Saturday night at the Barclays Center in New York City between Gervonta "Tank" Davis and Lamont Roach. Gary Russell versus Jose Valenzuela, and Sandor Martin versus Alberto Puello. Gervonta Davis uses knocks somebody out inside of 85 punches because he's clearly capable of that. But I just see this as being a kind of fight where he's going to have to run him down. He's going to have to walk him down, rather, and he's going to have to throw some punches before he ultimately catches him. And that's how I view it. So I'm going to go with more on this particular one. Next up,
Lamont Roach Jr. is pushing for a rematch with Gervonta "Tank" Davis after their controversial majority draw on March 1st at Brooklyn's Barclays Center. The fight ended with one judge scoring it 115-113 for Davis, while the other two had it even at 114-114. A key moment came in the 9th round when Davis took a knee, claiming an eye irritation, but referee Steve Willis didn't count it as a knockdown. Roach believes this affected the final result and expressed his frustration, saying, "I thought I won. I definitely thought I pulled it out, but we can run it back." Davis has also shown interest in a rematch, aiming for it to happen by the end of May. With both fighters eager to settle the score, fans may soon get the definitive conclusion to their rivalry.
From a division lower, moves up and gives Tank Davis his toughest fight. I thought beating him on the inside, making him miss, putting offense behind defense after making him miss, being more active. Obviously, Tank's going to have the edge in power. Tank is going to have the edge in power strikes. I think ultimately the stats spoke to that. I don't think that this was a disaster. I think it'd be strong to call it a disaster. The fight was not great up front. The fight was not great in the middle, but it was very good. Not amazing, but definitely very good down the stretch. I think we can all agree with that.
Despite Lamont Roach Jr.'s repeated calls for a rematch after their controversial majority draw on March 1st, Gervonta "Tank" Davis has made it clear that an immediate rematch isn't part of his plans. The fight ended with one judge scoring it 115-113 for Davis, while the other two had it even at 114-114. A major talking point was the 9th round when Davis took a knee after a jab from Roach, sparking debate over whether it should have been ruled a knockdown. Referee Steve Willis didn't count it, a decision that remains widely discussed. Roach's team appealed the draw, asking for a review of the incident, but the New York State Athletic Commission upheld the original ruling, stating that both fighters must adhere to the referee's decisions. While Davis acknowledged Roach's strong performance, he made it clear that a rematch isn't his top priority. Instead, he hinted at other plans, teasing fans that they'll see in a minute who his next opponent will be. This has fueled speculation about potential matchups, though no official announcement has been made. Meanwhile, Roach remains determined to get a rematch, believing there's unfinished business. As both fighters move forward, the boxing world is watching closely to see if they'll meet again or if Davis will take on a different challenge next.
I'm not sure, bro. I'm definitely not sure, but hopefully we could get it before. Nah, it probably won't be this year.
Is that the one you want next?
It's definitely the one I want next, but it's not gonna be next.
What is?
You might see it in a minute.
The controversy surrounding the Gervonta "Tank" Davis versus Lamont Roach fight has intensified as the New York State Athletic Commission (NYSAC) has officially launched a review of the bout's outcome. According to Boxing Kingdom, technical difficulties initially delayed an immediate assessment of the crucial 9th round incident, where Davis took a knee. Many believe this should have been ruled a knockdown in Roach's favor, which could have impacted the final result. With the commission now reviewing the fight, fans are eager to see if the decision will stand or if further action will be taken.
Even without the knee, that should have been a knockdown. I thought I should have won a competitive fight. I think I did what I needed to do necessary to bank the rounds. I'm just a little frustrated with the scorecards. I thought I should.
The boxing world erupted after the controversial outcome of the Gervonta "Tank" Davis versus Lamont Roach fight. Many fans felt Roach deserved the win, arguing that the 9th round non-call on Davis taking a knee impacted the final result. Social media was flooded with debates with hashtags like #RoachRobbed trending. Prominent figures in boxing also weighed in. Floyd Mayweather commented Tank still got it, but that 9th round was a mess. Roach gave him a real fight rematch. Makes sense. Shakur Stevenson was even more direct, saying Lamont outworked Davis. No question that draw stinks of favoritism as calls for a rematch grow louder. Roach has made it clear he wants another shot, stating, "I thought I won. I went toe-to-toe with one of the best and proved I belong at 135. They can boo all they want, but I'm not satisfied with a draw. I want that rematch." Davis, aware of the controversy, didn't rule out running it back. "Lamont's a great fighter, but I felt I did enough. The grease in my eye threw me off, but I'll be back stronger. Let's run it back."
I mean, he didn't fall down on himself. The wind didn't push him and made him fall on his knees. I had to boom, hit him with that right hook, hit him with that left hook, and made him fall, hit him with that body shot, pow. I don't know, but that wasn't an official knockdown. Me, I feel like that should have been an official knockdown, but hey, I'm not a professional ref. I don't even know the rules for real. I just know, boom, don't hit nobody in the back of the head, don't hit nobody, to keep your hands up at all times, and no low blow shots. That's all I know. But y'all, if y'all gonna anticipate, they need to have a rematch. Should they have a rematch, yes or no? Y'all let me know. Should they have a rematch, yes or no? Do y'all actually even want to see the rematch, yes or no? Because me, I want to see the rematch. I need to see a rematch because, bro, this was too good of a fight for it to be a draw. Like, they should have, that same night, all right, it's a draw, we going for 3 more rounds, 3 rounds, 1-minute rounds. Boom, we got to settle this. And whoever wins, that's win.
Davis has announced that he is stepping away from boxing to focus on his mental health and personal growth. The undefeated WBA lightweight champion shared that the sport has given him an aggressive mindset, which he now wants to change, especially for the sake of his 2 daughters. While boxing has shaped his identity, Davis admitted that it has also fueled emotions he no longer wants to carry. In a heartfelt statement, he said, "I want to do therapy, I want everything out of me, I don't ever want to think about fighting again." His words show a deep desire for change and a commitment to self-improvement. Instead of chasing more titles, Davis is prioritizing his well-being and embracing therapy as a way to find inner peace. This decision marks a major turning point for the 29-year-old who has been one of boxing's most dominant and explosive fighters. By choosing personal growth over the ring, Davis is proving that true strength isn't just about fighting, but also about taking care of himself both mentally and emotionally.
That's why I don't want to box no more. I want to do therapy, right? But I feel as though if I do therapy, it will lose the fire that I have inside me. I want everything out of me, West, though. I don't never think about fighting again. I don't think about even getting angry, you know what I mean? Because I have 2 girls, 2 daughters. I'm wanting to be much softer, you know what I mean, be more humble and things like that.
The majority draw between Gervonta "Tank" Davis and Lamont Roach has sparked intense debate, especially over a key moment in the 9th round. Many believe Roach should have been awarded a knockdown after Davis voluntarily took a knee, claiming his vision was impaired by hair grease. However, referee Steve Willis did not count it as a knockdown, a decision that has drawn heavy criticism. The New York State Athletic Commission is now reviewing the incident, admitting that technical issues prevented an immediate assessment during the fight. This review has only added to the growing debate over the WBA's role in the controversial result, with many questioning whether Roach was denied a rightful victory.
I must say, do it enough.
Can you describe what the feeling was like in the ring? And was it to get the towel out, to get the burn out of your eyes, or what was going on? And
I didn't want to get caught. I didn't want to get caught while my eyes was burning, and you know, like, you can get knocked out like that. So I'd rather take the knee than, you know. But I didn't really know that you can like get disqualified for all that, or like when you start counting, I'm like, what the hell? But I don't know. It's cool.
Mike Tyson has praised Gervonta "Tank" Davis's talent, saying that with the right focus and dedication, he has what it takes to become a legend. While Tyson acknowledges Davis's skills, he also stresses the importance of making smart choices both in and out of the ring. His words serve as both encouragement and a warning, highlighting Davis's potential while reminding him of the challenges that could stand in his way.
I don't really be trying. I like to hit the face.
What was Mike Tyson?
He was a brawler.
Brawl means more than one person. So he knocked people out real quick. You knock people out real quick.
Yeah, but I can knock you out like...
So you saying that you can knock him out faster than Mike Tyson, probably, if it was a challenge?
Mike Tyson got power and skills. I feel as though like I have like the whole package.
George Kambosos Jr. did not hold back in his reaction to Gervonta "Tank" Davis's controversial draw against Lamont Roach Jr. Kambosos praised Roach's outstanding performance and pointed out that he gave Davis a tougher fight than most expected. He questioned whether Davis is truly ready to face elite competition, emphasizing how rare it is for an opponent to push him that hard. The fight's outcome has sparked intense debate, especially over the 9th round moment when Davis took a knee but wasn't given a knockdown. Many believe that call could have changed the result in Roach's favor. With the controversy still looming, fans and analysts continue to argue whether Roach was unfairly denied a victory.
What did you make of that fight on the weekend? What did you make of the controversy in that one?
Look, I had just finished my recovery session, so I was pretty docile and relaxed, and then the fight, especially at the start of it, wasn't too thrilling and too action-packed, so I was starting to doze off a little bit, but I woke up a little bit more when obviously Lamont started giving him some work, and he looked good, man. I got to give respect to Lamont Roach. He proved a lot of guys wrong. I think he shocked Tank a lot with what he was able to bring, and again, we saw the controversy with the knee. To me, that's a knockdown. You can't just take a knee and decide to, go to your corner and get your face wiped. So, if that's a 10-8 round, Lamont wins the fight. So it's unfortunate, but that's the fight game. Hopefully they'll do it again and he gets paid, what he's worth.
Have you ever seen anything like that in boxing before? A guy sort of just voluntarily...
We've seen Floyd take a knee and be put on the count. We've seen Miguel Cotto, take a knee, obviously into his corner, be put on the count.
Despite the recent controversy, Tank Davis seems more focused and determined than ever. Reports indicate that he's no longer considering retirement and is fully committed to a rematch with Roach. Fans and analysts have noticed a shift in his mindset. He looks ready to get back in the ring and prove himself. This decision marks a major turning point in his career, showing that he's determined to silence his critics and regain his top spot.
It
It looks like Tank was not playing about this rematch, man. He's looking to probably get back in the ring with Roach by the end of May. And as far as that retirement stuff, it looks like that's out the window as well.
Course of your plans for your future?
Yeah, it definitely changed my plans. It definitely changed my plans. I probably got like 4 more fights now. For sure.
But I'm going to be honest with y'all, man. As much as, we hate the fact that he had a draw, I think this was the best thing for Tank. You could just kind of see, even in the press conferences and everything like that, he was kind of forcing himself to be interested. And I only know one person that can bring his interest back. Calvin is the key, man. Calvin has known Tank since he was a child. Nobody knows Tank more than Cal, man. He's the only person that I believe that can bring the best out of Tank. But what do y'all think, man? What do you think Tank needs to do differently in his next fight so he can get back to doing stuff like this, man, at the end of his fights? Comment down below.
Boxing analyst Showbiz, the adult, has made a bold prediction for the Davis vs. Roach Jr. rematch, confidently stating that Roach will win by knockout. He bases this on Roach's strong performance in their first fight, where he not only went the distance with Davis but also displayed impressive skill and resilience, something few have managed against the undefeated champion. Their first matchup ended in a controversial majority draw, with a key moment occurring in the 9th round when Davis took a knee, claiming hair grease got into his eyes. Referee Steve Willis did not rule it a knockdown, sparking debate among boxing fans. Showbiz, the adult, dismisses Davis's explanation and believes that won't be a factor this time. He argues that Roach, having already proven he can compete with Davis for a full fight, will enter the rematch even better prepared. This time, Roach isn't looking to leave the outcome in the judge's hands. He's aiming for a knockout victory to cement his place in the lightweight division.
You got any grease in your hair tonight, Tank? That is it. Lamont, please say that in the second fight. Any questions? You got any grease in your hair tonight, Tank? Like, you got any grease in your hair tonight, Tank? Like, hey, bruh, be on that. Because here's the thing. He never hurt Roach. Roach just waited. And Roach was squared up and turned sideways. And I'm like, oh my God. I didn't think he had that. He was like, I'm like, oh my. And then he just sitting there like, you can't. I know what you're going to do because I've trained with you since we were kids. Tarver beat Roy, but he knew Roy since amateurs. Roy said he never liked fighting sparring partners because they know you so well. I should have listened to Roy.
A key moment in the 9th round of the Davis vs. Roach fight came when Davis took a knee after a jab from Roach. Referee Steve Willis did not call it a knockdown, a decision that has sparked ongoing debate. The New York State Athletic Commission, NYSAC, later admitted that technical difficulties prevented them from using instant replay to review the incident in real time. According to the commission, they were unable to receive the replay video within the required time frame, leaving them to rely solely on the referee's initial call. This revelation has fueled discussions about the fight's outcome, as an official knockdown could have changed the final scorecards in Roach's favor. However, despite the controversy, the NYSAC has upheld the original ruling. They stated that since the fight continued for more than 3 full rounds after the referee's decision, and both fighters had to adjust accordingly, the call did not ultimately determine the outcome.
To override his decisions or knockdowns. Some skeptics have suggested that Willis's call benefited Davis unfairly, but we do not subscribe to that notion. In our long experience judging fights, we see no evidence of favoritism, only a referee prioritizing the physical safety of a fighter who appeared compromised by an eye injury. Which I actually get. I understood that statement because, hey, look, Steve Willis he didn't call it a knockdown.
You take a knee like that looks like a knockdown. All right?
So I think it's going to be very difficult for the New York State Athletic Commission to review this and then call it a knockdown.
UBA President Gilberto Mendoza made waves with a bold statement about Gervonta "Tank" Davis's fight against Lamont Roach Jr. Taking to Twitter, he doubled down on his stance, saying, "Let me repeat, I stand by what I expressed last Sunday in Ring Magazine. Based on my 30-plus years of experience, taking a knee without a punch should be ruled a knockdown." It affected the result of the fight. His comment has put Davis under intense scrutiny, suggesting that a crucial referee decision may have influenced the outcome. This has reignited debates among fans and analysts about whether the fight should be reviewed or even overturned. Meanwhile, MMA journalist Ariel Helwani weighed in on the fight, calling it satisfactory but not exceptional. He focused on the controversial 9th round, arguing that under standard boxing rules, Davis's knee should have been counted as a knockdown. His stance echoes the growing sentiment that the referee's call played a major role in the final result. The incident has sparked ongoing discussions about how boxing rules are interpreted and the need for more consistent officiating in high-stakes matches.
Yeah, they're like, it all kind of felt like an afterthought. And then the fight happens, and truth be told, like, the fight wasn't the best fight of all time. It was fine. It wasn't your vintage Tank Davis fight. There wasn't a knockout. There wasn't a knockdown scored by him. It was just sort of fine. If that was your first time watching Tank, you're probably like, okay, yeah, sort of, I get it. But it kind of speaks to his demeanor going into the fight. Like it just felt a little bit underwhelming. And then we get to the 9th round, and then it's complete madness, because in the 9th round, you probably have heard by now, the fight is moving along, and it is important to note that Lamont Roach lands a jab or two, and where we want to start the clock is up to debate. But he certainly lands a punch, and then seconds after that punch lands, that jab lands, all of a sudden Tank Davis takes a knee. He quickly takes a knee, and there it is right there. 9th round, 2:17. He is taking a knee, and he's looking to his corner. And he also, ever so briefly, it appears as though he's almost trying to call time. Let me tell you, in case you don't know, in boxing, you take a knee, that's considered a knockdown. You cannot call time. And you know what you also can't do? You also can't go to your corner mid-round and ask them to wipe your face. Ask them to do anything. You can't get a swig of water. You can't do this. You cannot do that. But that all happened. And so the referee for this fight is a legendary referee. Steve Willis, you have probably seen him in GIFs. He's got that kind of like big-eyed look. You've definitely seen him. He's a veteran of the fight game. I'm not exactly sure what happened. I'm not suggesting he was in on it. But like, there was certainly a fumbling.
What's your take on the controversy surrounding the Gervonta Davis versus Lamont Roach Jr. fight? Should Davis give Roach an immediate rematch, or did he do enough to secure the win? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Backhand index pointing down fire.